welcome to my channel. This is Shayna, the unique one. A couple of weeks ago, my kids challenged me to read a couple of comic books, and here they are. I don't know if you can see them. Hopefully you can. Okay. Now, what we decided to do, I was going to read them. My kids were going to ask me a couple of questions about the comic to see if I liked it, disliked it, or whatever. And I was going to be able to answer those questions to the best of my ability. So, without further ado, we're going to go into the comic that I read this week. The comic that I read this week is Ghostrider. This is the comic. Okay. Now, before we go any further, I just want to let you guys know that it's spoiler alert. So I may say some things that you guys, if you haven't read it, so I want to make sure that you know that before you go any further in the video. I don't want anybody to be spoiled on anything that's going on in the comic. Okay, so now my kids are going to ask me questions, but rather than them ask me, they're going to send it to my phone, and I'm going to read the questions from my phone. Okay. So the first question is, what is your history with Ghostrider? Okay. So basically, the history with Ghostrider is from the movie part of it. It's basically about a guy who basically the devil is trying to, he's selling his soul to the devil. And basically, once he sells his soul to the devil, he gets this power, and he basically turns into a Ghostrider, which he turns into this flame of fire, and can go to the speed of light and blah blah blah, whatever. But anyway, basically that's what it's about. And the devil, from what I'm understanding, now if I'm wrong, you guys don't beat me up, but from my understanding of the movie, basically he's selling his soul to the devil because the devil is basically trying to find an heir to his throne. Alright, basically, anyway, you know how the devil is. He manipulates and he tries to get your soul. So he does whatever he can to get your soul. So that's basically what he does. So anyway, that's my history with the story. And, you know, if I'm not correct, you guys come in and let me know and tell me, get me straight, you know, but be nice about it. Please don't be mean and hateful and nasty. Okay? So, the next question is for my son. Compared to the old version and this one, which do you like better? So, basically, he's asking me, do I like the movie version better or do I like the comic version better? To me, I won't say that I dislike either. I love both of them. I did like the movie. You know, I don't think that my kids liked it too much, but I did like both the movie and the comic. And one reason being is because they're their own separate story. You know, although they have the same premise about the, you know, them turning into the Ghostrider and whatnot. But anyway, I really did like both stories, and they were their own separate thing. And that's what I liked about them. Well, one of the reasons I liked about it. Okay, the next question is from my daughter, and this question is, do you see yourself continuing to read it? And as I can say, yes, and the reason I say yes is because it was a good story. It was a really good story. I liked it, number one, because in the comic version, it's a new character, a new person that the devil is trying to, you know, take over, but they don't really talk about that just yet. I don't know if they are or not, but anyway, you know, he turns into this person or whatever. But anyway, I like the story, and he's a person of color, and also his brother has a disability, and basically he's trying to get to another a better part of his life, and that's, you know, one reason. And, you know, we'll do anything, seem as though we'll do anything to get to have a better life or to get out of a situation, and that's when the devil comes in. So that's the part of that story. The next question is for my son, and this question is, how do you feel about the inclusion of visible disability in the lead character's brother? I really like that. I like the idea of it because you don't see it often. You don't see a lot of people of color in different things. And if we can, you know, we don't see them in television or in movies. We do see them, but it's not common. So when you can see them in other areas, like in comic books or in cartoons or in whatever, it's wonderful. And I love that. I love when people can get out of their comfort zone and write about things and write about other people other than something we see all the time, you know, people that we normally see all the time. And that's wonderful, and I like that idea of it. Okay, the next question is from my daughter, and her question is, do you like the design of the characters and the setting? So basically the question she's asking me is, do I like the artwork, the design, you know, how they structured it and stuff like that. And I really did like that. I liked the setting. You know, basically it was a setting where they were in, I guess, their neighborhood. He was working, Robby Reyes, which is the lead character in the comic. And basically what he does is he's a mechanic or, you know, something of that nature. But anyway, what he does is he's basically you know, trying to make it, you know, and I did like the artwork. I liked it, you know, it looked more natural and the colors were more natural, and I really did like the aspect of that, and that was wonderful. It was a wonderful setting. And compared to the movie version, basically, he was his dad and him were stuntmen, you know, and that's basically what they did. They, you know, they were daredevils. They went to the edge and blah blah blah, whatever. But that's what they did, and I like that aspect of it. It's not the same. And then also in another part of the another character that was in the movie, he was a cowboy. You know, his horse was the, you know, the fast vehicle or whatever. So that was a thing for me. I really enjoyed that. Okay, so the next question, and also the last question, is, based on its history, do you think religion will have a part in this story? I feel like they have to continue it. It has to be a part of it because that's the main theme of the story, which is the devil trying to take each person's soul. You know, they're in a situation and here comes the devil. So the story has to move and relate to that aspect of religion because that's what that's about. That's what it leads up to, you know. So I feel like basically in this comic it doesn't talk about that. It ends on a note where you know you have to go to the next book, the next comic, in order to see where it goes. And basically what it's doing is it's basically leaving you at the edge of your seat, basically. So I like that part of it, and I like how they ended it. I like how they started it, and I liked everything in between. So it made me laugh. It made me think about, you know, are they going to get out of this situation? How is he going to be the next, you know, how did he become this character without us, you know, being in it, you know, because in the end he turns into this, you know, the Ghostrider, and is it going to lead up to that story? So that's the question that I'm asking, you know, is that what's to come? You know, is it going to give that backstory of how he took on that character, or is it, you know, we never know. You never know how it's going to go. But anyway, as far as did I like the story, yes I did. And as far as what would I give it, I would give this 2 thumbs up. So 1 and 2. I gave it 2 thumbs up. And I just want to tell you guys, I really enjoyed the story. And I think I have a couple more comics that I need to read. And I want you guys to join me. And while you're at it, won't you like it? Won't you comment? And won't you subscribe? And maybe give a thumbs up yourself about it. And if you have anything to say, just say it below in the comments. And I want to thank you for joining my channel. And I want to ask you to come on back to my channel. And I want to say smooches until the next video. Bye. Okay, you guys, I just want to tell you that, you know, Ghostrider, I haven't read the original comic. I'm just reading the new and upgraded version. But everything that I'm basing everything on, I'm comparing to, is from the new version and to the movie version. So based on everything that I have experienced, I've experienced from the movie, because that's the first thing that I saw. So basically, compared to those two things, those are the two things that I'm comparing it to. So if you guys want me to read the original comic, then come back and come back and see what I think about that one as well. So bye bye. Thank you guys.